Hello, creative stars. So I'm starting off this vlog. Today is Monday and it's February the 17th. Which my kids are out of school because it's President's Day and the post office is closed, but UPS is at work. Let me just go. So I wanted to start with this blog because I haven't really been blogging about any of the books that I've been reading, but I just been posting to TikTok, and I post here to let y'all know what book I was reading. So I read two of Brittainy Cherry's book out of the Element series. I think it's 4 books altogether in the Element series, and y'all, I finished all 4. I finished my series, and I'm so happy because every last book that I've read was awesome. I love the air he breathes. I have watched a movie on I think it's called Flex Passion or something like that. I can't remember, but I'll have it for you. But yeah, I've watched that movie several times. I love the book. Of course, you know, the book is always better, but I still love the movie. Then the second book was Between High and Low. Oh God, that book I hope they do a movie like the whole Element series because it was really good. So that was that one. The third one was Silent Waters. Oh my gosh. I don't know which book I like the best. I can't tell you. But today I finished the 4th book, which was Gravity. Is it Gravity Within Us? I have the book right here. I think it's Gravity. It's funny. The Gravity of Us. That's the name of the book. But I will put all the pictures of the books. I kind of jumped into this video. Right now I'm at the drive-through pharmacy at CVS because I'm picking up my son's medicine. But y'all, the Element series, all 4 books are awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know which one I like better, but I truly loved every last one of the books. It's a series that I recommend. The Brittainy Cherry is one of my favorite authors, and I'm doing a backlog of her books because I really want to read more of her stuff, which is, you get so many nuggets out of her books that is really like can change my perspective of things. Learning to just dive into her books, you really can feel the writing. You can feel the characters that's in the book. So the last book I've read was The Gravity of Us. And this is the last book of the Element series. And it follows Graham and Lucille, which they call her Lucy. And she has 2 sisters. Her mom passed away, but it talks about how brokenness in the family, how true love gets together, hurt, pain, forgiveness, all of those things are in this book. And I know, like, Brittainy Cherry can write a book. I'm serious. Like, and then it was the twist of it. I don't really remember what I left off at, but it's a lot of drama. It's a lot of tears. in this book. It's a lot of pain, but through it all, love always heals everything. But I just love like how Brittainy Cherry writes, and I just believe like every time I read her book, I get some nuggets out of it, and it just allows me to look at a lot of things differently. Not saying that I agree with everything that happened in the Gravity Within us, but I do understand it all. I understand like you can have family members that are distant from you, even your mom, sister, brother, father, all of that. You can learn like everybody doesn't get along with their sisters or their brothers or their parents, and it was really shocking for me. But when I went off to school, I learned a lot of things, that people are so angry with their parents, and parents are angry with their children, and brother and sister are fighting and not speaking to each other. So all of that was new for me. So for me to read it in the book, I kind of understand. And I don't want to give, I'm not giving anything away, but I understand that now as I'm getting older. But it's choices that we make. It's choices, and it's so much hurt. And people don't always speak their truth. They don't always say that what hurt them, and why they're so bitter. And I think that's the problem. Like, nobody can really share their truth sometimes to other people because of their reaction. And I think that that's the biggest problem, where there's lack of communications in families, because you can't share your truth. You can't really share how you actually feel sometimes because of the reaction of other people. The book is good, I'm telling you. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and read the book that just came out. I don't know if it just came out, y'all. I'm just saying the problem with falling. I don't know what it's about. When I get home, I will get back on and talk to you about it. But other than that, that is the next Brittainy Cherry book that I have. Now, I do have the Compass series. It's 4 books. It's about the East. I can't tell you the name of it, but I know in the title it has East, West, South, East, West, and North on there. So it's 4 books. I don't know what it's about or anything like that. I just know it's written by Brittainy Cherry, and I want to read it. So that is the thing. I do want to read all her books, and I'm going back and looking at all of her books so I can have them on my shelves, because I do want all of her books on my shelves. Then I thought I was going to read Kennedy Ryan's book, Real, that I had. I didn't purchase the new one, but I already had the old cover. So I was like, why am I going to buy a new one? I like the cover and everything, but I'll just stick with the one that I have. But I'm excited. This is my second book for the month, and it's February 17th, but it's okay. I've just been busy. This happened to me last February too, where I only read 1 book in the month of February, but overall I'm just excited about it. So with the Brittainy Cherry, I did read it, and I also listened to it on Audible last night, and then this morning I want to go ahead and finish it. So for the 2 hours, I listened to it while I was working. Okay, y'all, so I'm in bed. It's 11 o'clock. And I wanted to show you, and I'm going to put it on the screen too. So The Problem with Falling by Brittainy Cherry is what I'm reading currently. I just started it. Honestly, I just read
to page 2. No, I'm on page 3. 3. But I wanted to read the back of it. It's when Willow Kinsley is everything I don't need in my life. She's sunshine and chaos, dressed in a flower crown. She's a wildflower in the world I spent years trying to keep simple and quiet. She talks too much, she smiles too easily, and doesn't understand the meaning of personal space. Worst of all, she's staying in my house for the summer, turning my careful, guarded world upside down. I know I should keep my distance. People like her don't stay, and I've had my fill of being left behind. But the more time I spent with her, the harder it is to remember why I built these walls in the first place. She's getting under my skin, into my heart, and making my want things I spent years trying to avoid. Falling for Willow would be a mistake. She's a free bird, and I'm the anchor. Y'all, the word of the year for me is anchor. And I'm the anchor she desperate to escape. But every time she looks at me, I can't help but wonder, what if she's not the one who's meant to fly? What if this time I'm meant to soar? Oh my gosh, I love Brittany Cherry writing, y'all. It's just inspiring. It's something that I always can take from it and build upon. I love it. I love it. I'm ready to get into this, but I want to share um, the author's note as well with you. I'm going to try to keep this as steady as I can, but we'll see. But, okay, so the author's note. This story is a tale about two individuals who fall in love. While there is a contemporary romance with a lot of elements of heart, it also deals with deep conversation and reflection of personal growth and personal struggles. Y'all, I'm ready to get into this book just for that. For those reasons, I like to note that part of the story may be sensitive to a few readers due to the subject matter, which includes abandonment, mentions of rape of a side character, death, self deprecation thoughts of someone who is disabled, depression, and conversation of loss and verbal abuse. So, that is something that to really take into account when reading. I love books like this because it teaches me a whole lot. Now, I love the cover. The Problem series, I do have the other books, but I didn't know if I wanted to go ahead and purchase. I need to pop my nail, y'all. I didn't know if I want to purchase the new covers. I really love the new covers. The old covers, I can't even remember how they look, but I know it's not like this. But I do want to get the new ones. I love this because I love florals, but I just love that it doesn't have pictures of um, a graphic on here. I just like the graphics of the flowers and stuff like that, but not a person. So I don't know if I'm going to get that. The new versions, I really do like them, but I like that I can get the series all the same, but it doesn't matter because I already read those books. But so let me show you also what I got, but I will start reading this. I want to take at least 30 minutes to an hour to read this book. So we'll see. I'll probably go to bed at midnight and then I'll be up probably about 4 or 5 in the morning. But anyway, let's go, and I want to show you what someone sent me. I don't know who it was. They just, I guess, mailed it to me, but it wasn't on my wish list or anything like that. So I don't know who sent it, but I'm going to show it to y'all. So, y'all, this book, I'm not a philosopher, but I got thoughts. It's a mini meditation for saints, sinners, and the rest of us. I thought that was cute. But this is the book. I don't know who sent me this book, but I really appreciate it. So I will start reading it. Just going through it. may be a good book. Katie Couric actually wrote something. This is what she said. As we have lovingly called each other, this is KC. So KC is also Christian Chenoweth. I don't really, her face looked familiar, y'all, but I hope I said her name right. But I think she's an actress or something because her face looked familiar. But has a light that makes everyone feel seen, appreciated, understood. Oh my God, I gotta read this. She can connect with anyone. Her heart and soul are just what we need in this terrible time. What you have here is a little hot little hands and a perfect book from when you need an extra boost of confidence. Oh my gosh. And an inappropriate giggles. Yeah, inappropriate giggles or swift. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to love this. She is award-winning actress and a New York bestseller author. So I know I've seen her face before. I can't tell you what she played in or whatever, but I think I'm going to get into this book soon. But I want to go ahead and finish Brittainy Cherry's book. But I also got the love lyric. I don't know if I talked about this already. I probably did, y'all. I'm not sure. But I did get the love lyric. And this by Christina Forrest. And she wrote the partner plot. So this is part of a series of is it the Love Sisters? I think that's who it is. It's the Love Sisters. I think series, or it's a Green Sisters, something like that. But let me find out because I want to be correct. It is the Green Sisters, but let me find out what is the other books. But I know the partner plot is one of them. So y'all, it is the Green Sisters. So there are three books, and this is the last book, the love lyric. The other is the neighbor favor. I read that, and the number 2 is the partner plot. So I read those. It's about the Green Sisters. So guess this is the last sister that I need to read about. I'm so happy because I just finished Brittainy Cherry's Element series. So I'm trying to get finished like the series that I'm going to read. The Problem series is also Brittainy Cherry that I told you that I was reading. It is part of the series. This is the last one. This one just came out January 31st, y'all. I had to go and try to find it because I couldn't remember if it came out yet. But I also got Shanora Williams' book, Beautiful Broken Love. And this book, I was watching Alia, books by Alia, and she was talking about this book, and I was like, girl, I just purchased all these books. So I went ahead and got it. She said this is a good read, so I want to get into her book. Now, I did read a book by her before, and I can't remember what it was. It was a thriller book that I really enjoyed it, but I just can't remember what it was. She got a lot of books. Like, she has standalone books, she has series books, she has thriller. Oh, I think it was The Wife Before. I really liked that book. I really did. That was the book. Now, The Bitter Truth, I think I have, and The Perfect Ruin I have. She also have series, Kane series, the Nora Heat Collection series. So I want to get into this book. And she really raved about it. So, yeah. Beautiful Broken Love. So those are the books that I have so far. And I really appreciate whoever sent me this book. Thank you so much. I don't know. I mean, they didn't put anything into the Amazon. It was sent to me, and I appreciate that, y'all. I love getting happy mail. Book, happy mail, planner stuff, all that stuff. I am so happy. I don't know because I didn't have it on my wish list. I don't think I had that on my wish list, but somebody sent it to me, and I appreciate that so much. So y'all, today is another day. It is Tuesday, and it is February the 18th, I think. Um, so last night I was telling y'all I was gonna read. I just read one chapter, y'all. So um, I'm just really exhausted. It is 8:33 as I am filming this. So I'm still reading Brittainy Cherry's book. So I'm gonna, go ahead and start reading that. But I do want to show you. I purchased another book. This is The Making of Mammy Pleasant, and it's a black entrepreneur in the 19th century San Francisco. This is the book right here. And this book is by Lynn M. Hudson. And I wanted to really read about a black entrepreneur during that time. And she wrote this book about her. And so her real name was Mary Ellen Pleasant. And I wanted to really dive into like other books by black entrepreneurs back in the 19th century. So I want to get more into that because really it's nothing new under the sun. So I want to learn from her. I heard a little bit about her story, how she was a entrepreneur that was a millionaire, and I want to get more in depth of her concept, how she became an entrepreneur, what did she do, all of those things. So I'm very interested in really just learning more about her. Have y'all heard about her? Um, and so she lived in San Francisco. So basically, I just really want to know a lot of history right now, like a lot of history of black men or women who became entrepreneurs and how they succeeded. So there's not a lot on her, but the things that they have of her was newspaper articles. They did get some letters and things about her, but one thing I knew for sure, she didn't like to be called Mammy. I just want to know more about Mary Ellen, and so I will dive more into it. But I want to finish The Problem with Falling by Brittainy Cherry. So I don't know if I will finish this book in this blog, but I may pick the blog back up maybe Thursday or whatever and start a new blog. But I'm exhausted, y'all, but I just want to be in the bed, and I want to read my book. So, okay, y'all, I know it's another day, and I just want to come back on because I found out who sent me this book. My aunt called me last night and was like, Nika, did you get the book? And I was like, I did get a book, and I didn't know that you sent it because there was no note or anything. And she was like, she forgot to put her name on it or whatever, but that's fine. But last night, y'all, when I tell you I was exhausted, I read up to, I'm on chapter 3, like halfway through it. And I'm really loving the book, but I just needed to sleep. So I'm going to spend a little time today reading. I'm just going to take my time on this book. I'm not going to rush. And I said this year I was not going to rush reading books because I really want to take my time reading. And I got my highlighter. I'm going to highlight some things in the book. And then I will definitely, come back on. I don't think that I will do a wrap up at the end
of the month, only because I'd rather just talk about the books that I've read because it's really fresh in my mind. So, when I was talking earlier, I read the prologue of Willow when she was 10 and Theo when he was 12. And so we get the back history of them and why they are like they are. And honestly, it I like that part so we can know, because we all have, like, how we have baggage in our lives that when we become adults, we really haven't dealt with them, but then we begin to really see, like, we have some issues, right? So when I tell you, every last book has really touched my soul. For Brittainy Cherry, I keep saying that, y'all. I don't know why, but it really has touched my soul. But I'm really loving this book. I know I'm just going to take my time reading. I'm not going to read fast. And because last couple of days I've been exhausted, and so I'm just going to take my time right now and just read this book. But I'm going to close out this blog right now. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this blog. And I will talk to y'all on my next bookish video. Bye, guys.